When a man tells you a story, it's to manipulate you into doing what he wants. I remember the time I went on a first dinner date with a guy. After ordering our food and getting to know each other, he started telling me a story about how girls used him for his money, how his ex only cared about his money. What he tried to do there was make me feel sorry for him. He wanted me to prove myself to him that I'm not like those other girls, and basically he was letting me know not to ever ask him for money. Otherwise, I'd be considered a gold digger, like the rest of them. Once his story was over, I let him know that it's unfortunate what he went through, but this wouldn't work. I got up and left in the middle of the date. There was no point in wasting time. Here's another great way that they use this trick. My friend's cousin has a birthday on Valentine's Day. He told his girlfriend he hates this day because he doesn't get to celebrate his birthday. Every girl he's been with, he bought flowers for and took her out on dates. They did get him gifts, but he never truly felt like it was his special day. So his new girl felt sorry for him and went out of her way to prove she's not like those other girls. To this day, she goes over the top for him on Valentine's Day, and she gets nothing on this day. Not even flowers from the supermarket, not even a happy Valentine's Day. She told us that it upset her, but she's too scared to even mention it because she doesn't want to be compared to those other girls. Tell him what you want. There are many ways and games you could play to get what you want out of a man. I've mentioned many of them in my previous videos, but one thing I can tell you is that I lack patience. I've played enough games when I was younger, and he and I both know I can find a new man just by stepping outside. I don't bother playing these games anymore, especially because I'm married and will most likely spend most of my life with this guy. I tell him exactly what I want. Oh, Valentine's Day is coming up. I let him know, hey, on the 14th, I expect roses, a booked restaurant, and whatever other gifts I want. That's it. He knows if he doesn't get it done, not only will there be an argument, but he knows damn well I can easily find another guy who will do it for me. And I don't even need to tell him that. He knows. His friends constantly tell me how beautiful I am, even in front of him. Every time we walk outside, he always sees and mentions how men, are talking about how beautiful I am, how they're turning their heads to look at me. I mean, we both see it. Therefore, I don't play those games because I don't have to. I tell them what I want, when I expect it, and I don't want to hear the slightest complaint. When I tell you to do something, I mean it, get it done, or someone else will. You can be anyone as long as you're hot. When it comes to men, you can be mean, annoying, weird, boring. They won't go anywhere as long as you're hot. If you're good looking physically, you can get away with almost anything. On the internet, they try to humble women and claim that they will leave a woman if she does XY, but that's all talk. If a hot woman disrespects them, they will pee their pants for her each time. A lot of you focus on what men say and don't look at how they're behaving in real life. I've seen women treat men so horribly, and those men still stick around and take it simply because she's hot. Attractive women are automatically disliked by men and women. Men resent women they can't access. When they see a beautiful woman because they assume she will not like him back, they feel like they need to humble her. The world will always think she needs humbling even if she's humble. This often leads to them projecting their insecurities onto her, trying to tear her down to feel better about themselves. For example, when Kim Kardashian posts a picture, it's easy for people to say she's fake, ugly, or has a horrible looking body. People with eyes know she looks good. Even if she paid for it, she looks insane. If she walks outside even without being famous, she'd break necks from people looking at her. There's always this narrative of she's not real or she doesn't deserve it because society feels uncomfortable with women who embody beauty, confidence, and success. Meanwhile, a person who is not attractive, no one feels the need to, tell them their flaws. They're often overlooked, and it's almost like their appearance doesn't warrant the same level of criticism or judgment. If he's always busy, he's cheating. No man's that busy. The president, whose country is going through war, has time for his own wife. Men have only two love languages: physical touch and quality time. The quality time is so that they can touch you. If he starts giving you excuses that he's too busy to be with you or see you, he's having quality time with another woman. He's making time for someone else. And that's the reality. Men will always find time for what matters to them. Men are happy to get anyone pregnant. The reason why men feel comfortable getting any woman pregnant is because they know she will take care of the kids when he leaves. She will cook, clean, work, and pay those bills while he's out living with his new girlfriend. If women were smarter, one, they'd be smart about choosing a man who's a good father. 2, if he leaves, she gives him the kids. This way she can have the body makeover she wants, find herself a new boyfriend, and drink cocktails at the beach without worrying about the responsibilities he left behind. Only once women start playing the game men play will men think twice about getting women pregnant and leaving them. And this also is why you should require a ring and marriage before having anyone's kids. People pleasers get the least out of men. If you're on a date and he tells you to go 50-50, you have free will. You don't have to sit at the table, get up and leave. Let him pay fully and never talk to him again. The amount of girls I know who are splitting bills and don't want to, but continue to, is insane. You don't have to pay half if you don't want to. When women start leaving as soon as a guy asks to split the check, that's when men will understand. Men always expect women to pay half because we're people pleasers. That's why they feel so comfortable inviting you and on the first date asking you to split the bill. Every man's end goal is to sleep with you, and he's basically telling you to your face that you're cheap and will pay for yourself just to continue to date him and sleep with him in the end. If he's asking you to meet with him somewhere for a date, let him know you're not in the mood to drive. He says to take a taxi, tell him to send you a taxi. Let him know what you're down for. Amusement parks, museums, restaurants. This man is trying to date you. He's trying to get you in bed. So in order to see you and eventually sleep with you, you need to decide what it takes for him to get that. Let men be with women on their level. One of the girls I worked with was very pretty, worked hard to get to where she's at, and had a lot going for herself. She started dating this guy for a few months and he had nothing going for himself. No car, no home, no job. Eventually, he kept cheating on her with the same girl. She kept comparing herself to this woman and couldn't understand why he'd sleep around with a woman who has no job, no car, or a home, when she has everything and is able to give this guy everything. Men that feel emasculated will always look for women that make them feel better about themselves. Like attracts like. Clearly, with the other girl, he felt more validated. Keep men on their toes. A lot of you have been with your partner for a long time and start letting him get comfortable. You are barely going on dates like you used to. You're not getting flowers anymore and he's not spending on you like he once did. Never let this happen. The effort he puts into you is what reminds him of how much he loves you. Just because he got you doesn't mean he can stop trying and expect you to always be there. If your boss suddenly started paying you late or paying you less just because you've been working for him for years, would you accept it or would you be offended? The same goes for relationships. Keep the effort alive or he'll take you for granted. Men are the opposite of what they claim. If he says he hates cheating, he's basically telling you he will cheat on you. If he says he likes honesty, he's letting you know he'll be the biggest liar you've ever met, but expects complete honesty from you. If he says he's a nice guy, he's probably going to be the biggest creep who expects something in return just for being nice. If he says he likes to take things slow, he's likely going to use the push and pull manipulation tactic on you. If he says he's busy, he's not, he's just ignoring you. If he says he hates her or that she hates him, he's secretly in love with her. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on my latest videos and be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Links are down in the description. Love you all.